Okay, so let's take a look at a square-based pyramid. So I'm going to first draw what looks like a parallelogram. It's actually a square, so I'm going to tick all the equal sides. Let's call it 6 centimeters. If you want to draw a pyramid properly, you just kind of have to do it. Now, you don't want to go on the angle of the first left line. You want to kind of follow that line and then go to the left or to the right of it. Whatever, I'm going to go to the right of a little bit off of it. So then when it follows, it just doesn't, whatever. So we got those things. Okay, now I'm very carefully going to draw, so whatever, that's the base. It's the base of the square at the bottom. I'm going to draw in what's called the height. From the center straight up to the top, it makes a right angle, so I'm going to put it in. I'm going to put an arrow to it so it doesn't get messy. 4 centimeters. That's the height from the base of the pyramid straight up to the top. Now in blue, I'm going to draw the slant height, which is the height from the top down along one of the triangles to the side. It actually makes a right angle and it goes kind of on an angle like that. The height makes 2 by that matter. Anyways, excuse me, I'm going to put that back in red. The height makes 2 right angles on both sides as well. So how are we going to find the surface area? Well, we could use the formula sheet. Yeah, right. So we're going to lay the shape flat. So we're going to draw the base. We're going to label the sides, 6. Tick all your equal sides. Then fold off each of the triangles. Now look at that 6. It's in a bad location. I'm going to erase it. Put it on the inside. So now I have this square and these triangles. I'm going to put the height of the triangle in blue. And that height is that height. Ooh, I forgot to label that height. I'm going to label that height, as you can see in the note, 5 centimeters. So this blue one is also 5 centimeters. Notice we don't need the actual height of the prism given in red circled off to the left. We don't need that right now. So let's find the surface area. So I'm going to do them one by one. So at the top we have a triangle. So the area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2. Carefully substituting, A equals, well, the base is 6. They're all 6. So 6 times the height of the triangle, 5, divided by 2. A equals 30 divided by 2 is 15. So that's the area of all the triangles. I'm going to put 15 inside all the triangles and circle all of them because those are the areas of each part. Then we have a rectangle. And the area is equal to length times width. Sorry, sometimes I do the calculations in exactly the correct location on the notes, sometimes off a little bit. Area is length times width. So area is 6 times 6. Area equals 36. Now what's the surface area? SA equals. Well, I could do some trick little times thingamajig, but I don't want to. I want to carefully remember that I'm going to soon start stacking things on top of each other, and sometimes we have to eliminate parts of the shape, and it's going to be easier to cross off parts of the shape in the net flat diagram. Okay, so surface area equals, I'm going to add them all up. Oh, I forgot to put 36. I'm going to put 36 in the center and circle it. So I need to add them all up. So I have 36, the square in the center, and then I have 4 triangles, all of area 15. SA equals. Those add to 96 centimeters squared, because those are my units. It's squared because it's area. So yes, in the notes you can see me using the formula from the formula sheet to find surface area. But I swear you are going to learn way better by carefully laying the shape out flat and then carefully finding out all the elementary two-dimensional shapes and adding them up. Okay, let's quickly find volume. So we know this is a pyramid, and we know that its volume is just 1/3 area of the base times height. H, little h, big H. I'm going to use little h, sorry. Notes are little h, little h. So, what's the area of the base? Well, the area of the base is a rectangle, which is square, length times width. V equals, so I'm going to substitute length times width in for the area of the base and carry everything else down. What does this look like in red? Length, width, height? That's just the volume of a rectangular prism. And it's just 1/3 of that. Okay, V equals 1/3 length of the square or rectangle on the bottom, 6. Width of rectangle or square on the bottom. Height in the diagram, big red, top left, not the slant height of the triangle, 4. V equals 48 centimeters cubed, because we're volume. Surface area is squared, volume is cubed. Now, down below is one crazy looking diagram with very difficult Pythagoras' theorem. And I highly suggest you very carefully do these problems with different colors and very carefully drawn right angles, and very carefully do all your Pythag and find the other parts, and then very carefully substitute into the formulas above. I give you credit if you can do those in grade 10. So, reviewing, finding the surface area and volume of a square-based pyramid, and we're now soon going to pretty much do exactly that with a rectangular base pyramid, where we have to do a little bit of that complicated Pythag pictures at the bottom of the notes.